today we're gonna do Zoom, and you might, some of you already know, here at the library we don't have that many Zoom accounts, so I have to schedule things with other departments, and today the YS department actually let me use their Zoom account. But next week we're gonna do something fun, which is we're gonna join on YouTube live, so you all can join me on YouTube, and that's why Slack is so great, because you can still talk to me on YouTube live. So the way it works for YouTube, I will send you the link before, like an hour before I start the class, and you also will be able to find it on the East Brunswick Public Library YouTube channel. So if you go to the channel, you will see my face there. I cannot send you the link in advance because it never works. I know the people that have been with me since September, we have suffered together. So we don't want to do that to the new people. So I already figured out. So next week it'll be YouTube, and everything works fine. The rest is going to be Zoom, the other two classes. And if you have any questions, just email me or Slack me. Okay, so welcome. I'm Isabel Bombardier, the tech coordinator. My background is engineering. I like coding as a fun activity. I enjoy teaching it. I like to do tutorials, and my idea is for all of you to feel comfortable following tutorials after this class. So you get the hurdles of starting with me and get maybe the anxiety of doing something new or something that you might not have done in a while. And maybe you feel more confident in a couple of weeks to try things on your own. And I'm always here on Slack, and some of the other people who have attended this class, they know that I'm always available on Slack. So I'm going to share the notes here. So these are my class notes. So let's start from the beginning. This is always, I do these class notes. Let me take this away. So all of you should see the class notes now. And they are on so if you are in a Slack, if not, I'm gonna put it on the chat too. If you are in a Slack, you're gonna find it on the channel Tuesday class. So you're gonna go to the channel Tuesday class, and you're gonna find the link to my class notes, and that's all I have placed together a list of everything that we're gonna do today and work for the rest of the week. And then here on this Tuesday class channel, you can ask questions. So if you are in another channel, please send me questions there. The other thing, since I have Slack here, I want to tell you, if you're not familiar with Slack, anything that you say in these channels, everybody can see it. If you send me a direct message, only me can see it. So like I can click here and I see some of you are here. So if you go here direct plus, you can type my name and you can send me a direct message. And that one is like an email and nobody sees it. But here on Tuesday, and I encourage you to put all your comments on Tuesday, because sometimes I need maybe somebody join late and you can help them. And sometimes so we have a more like an interactive class, so close to being in person, since we cannot be in person, hopefully soon. So if you go to the Tuesday class, there you're gonna see you can click on the link and get this the class notes. And I'm gonna send you the link and put it on the Zoom class too, chat too. So nobody stays behind. And that's all you need to know for today. So, I'm gonna make one like this for every class. So the first thing we're gonna do is, well, you already know you have to be comfortable with computers, be an independent learner. Just remember, this class is not how good you are compared to other people, but how far you go in these 4 weeks that we're going to be together. So just maybe make a note about today, how you feel today, and in 4 days what you have achieved. So that's a more measurement how the class worked for you, rather than comparing with other people. And in a general way, I'm just going to give you tools to find information, because you don't have to memorize languages. It's not like I went to college in the 90s, and we had to memorize code. It was the beginning of the internet. So right now, you don't have to do that. You don't have to remember everything in your head. You just can go to Google. There is Stackflow, there is GitHub, there is a lot of boards where you can find code. You just have to be smart enough and knowledgeable enough to understand that and use it for yourself. So there's are off-the-shelf tools that you can use, and you can teach yourself by doing that. So I hope you feel more confident trying new things. So everybody got this hands out here. And those are the tool and gears for the class. If I'm going too fast, let me know, but I just want to get through all the tools that we need to go through, so I show you what you can do today with HTML. So we're gonna do Zoom, and then YouTube, like I said, Slack. I have put here the link. I think, oh yeah, you can join Slack. If that link doesn't work for you, just email me and I'll work it out for you. So if you don't know if you get into Slack and you're still confused, there is a video here to learn how to use Slack. GitHub, you just have to make an account on GitHub. We're not gonna use GitHub for anything except making an account. So you just need to make an account. I have a little short video here, and that's it. This class doesn't cover how to use GitHub. So we just need the account to be able to use our IDE. So the IDE is where we're gonna type the code. So this is an IDE created by a group of students in Harvard that offer this IDE free. It's called IDE CS50, and you need that GitHub to sign in. Kind of like when you use Google to sign into Amazon, or you use your Google to sign into, or maybe Facebook to sign into another app. So that's why we need that GitHub, but we're not gonna do anything in GitHub. I would like to teach a class in GitHub, maybe in the spring, but not right now. There's some tutorials here about how to use the terminal, the IDE. To tell you the truth, most people are feel very scared when I show them the IDE. Sometimes it's easier to do the code than do the IDE, because it's another way of thinking. And if you never have approached IDEs, it's kind of like you feel it's like you are in a foreign country. Like, what is going on? Why are the cars going the wrong way? I mean, I don't understand. So I have a couple tutorials. I'm gonna go through it today, but as soon as you get it, 2 or 3 things that you need to know, you're fine. You're fine, and there is no need to worry about it. The other thing is that this is a plus. All the material I get, most of the material I use for these classes are drawn from the edx.org. So you have an account on edx.org, you can access those classes and get credit. So if you are interested in getting a certificate, I think the CS50B is very attainable. The CS50, this one is a freshman level class in Harvard, so it's kind of hard. You have to code in C, but a lot of people do it. So it's something nice to put in the resume. You can click audit and you bypass the fee, and maybe you want to pay the fee when you finish all the assignments. But I just want to let you know, and you're going to see a lot of those videos to help you with your own learning. And of course, try to use, if you have Google Drive, the browsers I recommend are Google Chrome or Firefox. I do not recommend using Internet Explorer just because I have not tested, so I don't know how it works. And any other browser, there is no Firefox and Chrome. And here I have a list of movies that have to do, movies and books that have to do with computer science. So, and if you want to have your favorite, you can add it here to this Padlet. Okay, so any questions so far? So anybody, you can write on the chat or the Slack. Anybody needs any help with Slack or any other thing? And the other thing I like about Slack is like anytime there is a message, I hear a noise. And when people write a message on the Zoom chat, I don't hear anything. So I have to constantly look at it. So, so give me a thumbs up if I can move on, please. And you can put it on the Tuesday channel. And then we're gonna try to code start one. Okay, thank you so much. So, oh God, this thing gets messed up sometimes. Sorry, I have to hide this. Okay, and yeah, and that's the other thing is like there is a delay. So the delay between there is less delay with Slack. So I can see it faster. So the other thing is I put here some of the videos so I picked up, I curated the videos that I suggest you to look. This is called Technology Stacks. And this is Professor Mellon. He talks about how to choose technology. So he's taking in a top approach about if you are a manager or if you are starting a new business or you have to change your hosting company, what to have in mind. So it's a very interesting talk because I explain things about hosting, what the hosting company does, how do they work. So it's about an hour, but you might want to stop it and watch it for 20 minutes. It's very technical, but it's easy to comprehend. He does a wonderful job explaining. Here is the tutorial. So we're gonna do half of the tutorial today and half of it tomorrow, next week. So you can follow this tutorial for homework. So if you forget anything I said, he goes very slow. So first, so now that I showed you how to follow this class, and if you have any question anytime, send me an email or a direct message and I'll let you know. We're gonna go first to the IDE. So if you have a GitHub account, you can go ahead and sign in. If you don't have a GitHub account, you can go and make one now or make one later. So if you go here, I already had it open. So you can click here, go to GitHub, and you can create an account there. And this, of course, I'm signing in, but it'll say that you need to sign in. So I'm going to show you how to go ahead and use the IDE. So I'm going to click here. Oh, I have my IDE open, so I'm going to close it so you all can see what I have to log out. What's the, yeah, log out. Okay, so you click here on the IDE. So this is the IDE made by the people at CS50. So which it means that you know, it's free. And sometimes free stuff don't work all the time, but it works about 80% of the time. So just keep in mind that if it doesn't work perfectly, maybe they're doing maintenance on it, but there is a lot of troubleshooting on it. But it has worked a lot lately. So you go log in. If you are not logged in like me, it's, let me do it again. I went too fast. So I'm gonna log out. Did I log out? So you click here and you're gonna log in. When you log in here, the first time is gonna ask you for your GitHub account. So I have a little video here that shows you what to do. So here, for example, these don't have audio, so you can just do it without audio and you create an account. And it goes step by step and they don't have audio. And then you go here and, for example, the first time you sign up on the CS50 IDE, it's gonna say sign in with GitHub. And then you enter your GitHub account and your password. You sign in. And then it takes you to the CS50 IDE. And that's all we're gonna do with GitHub. And that's it. And then you're gonna be in, okay? So I hope you all be able to do that. So we can start having fun here. Okay, so can you let me know if you are, how many of you are on the CS50 IDE? Okay, so yeah, any of the new people that are joining today? Okay, cool, awesome. I don't have your screen. You're not gonna have, the first time you open your IDE, your CS50 IDE, you're not gonna have this. It's gonna be empty. So is that what you mean, Margaret? You're not gonna have these files. It's gonna be completely empty, brand new. Like when you buy a car, it's gonna be, doesn't have, or when you buy a new house, it's gonna be totally empty. Yeah, that's correct, because I have done this for a while, so I have files that I saved there to show you all. So imagine you don't have any of this. So I'm gonna take you from the beginning. So we have here here's where the files are gonna show up, and at the bottom is your terminal. So the terminal is gonna make the file run. So it's like the machine that makes the file run. And the terminal also works by location. So let's start from the beginning. First, I need to know where I'm located. So yours is gonna be empty because you don't have anything. And if you already joined before, you're gonna have some files. So first you have to know where you are. So you go to the terminal here where there is a where there is a $sign, lower half blue like yours. Oh, honey, there are ways to do it. Yes, it's Unix or Linux. I'm not sure. I have to check on that. There are ways to do is you can play around here, but for now, since I don't have time, this is a lot to show you. But you can play around here. If you spend 5 minutes going through this tab, you'll find out what. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Margaret. So here by the $sign, I'm gonna put ls. So what is ls? Anybody remembers? Yeah, Stuart, I know it makes it a little tougher. It just bear with me because there is a lot to go through. So I'll continue. I'll send you a tutorial later. So ls is gonna be, it's gonna tell you how many directories you're gonna have. If you don't have files, nothing is gonna show. Okay, so you do ls, it's nothing you're gonna show. So ls also tells you, help you with a location where you are. So right now I'm located right here. I'm at the top of my directories. I'm not in any folder. So now I'm gonna, now that I'm there, I need to be in this right place because I'm gonna bring a file. So I'm gonna go File, New File. And you're gonna see when you say File, New File, you're gonna do, it's gonna say Untitled. Okay. That's gonna be where the code is gonna be written, but we're not gonna write code yet. So let's put here, so we open, now we're gonna save. So we're gonna save as, so we're gonna go here, save as, and then we have to make sure we're saving in the right location. So we're gonna save right here. So this IDE is very friendly. If you were using IDEs, you know, in the 90s, they were that friendly. You have to tell everything. So if you are here at the top directory, you just go there. You wanna make sure you are in the same place where your terminal is. Then you're gonna name your file. So I'm gonna do my file and I'm gonna put I'm gonna put that file, that HTML. So you can give any name here, but the extension of the file extension has to be HTML because you need to tell the IDE, the compiler, the IDE, what kind of compiler they're gonna use, what they're gonna do to read this file. So if you are doing this with me, go ahead and give a name to your file. Of course, it has to be unique. I have to make sure I don't have any other file that has the same name, and that HTML. Once you are ready, you click Save, and then you're gonna see right here on the left that that file showed up. Okay, so I can close this tab here, and then I can go here to my file, and I do double click. So now I'm ready to run it. So one of the things you always have to make sure you are in the right place. So because sometimes, and a lot of you tell me, because it happens when sometimes it happens like I'm running a file and it's not happening what I want to expect to happen, and it's because I'm in the wrong. What I have here is not what I'm running. So I can be run, this is different than this. So it will be very confusing. So you always have to make sure that you are in the right location. So the other thing is to make sure ls is right here. You see the file and you're gonna see the my file HTML. So that means that that file is ready, is on your same in the directory where you are. Okay, so now we have to run it. So we're gonna end on HTML. If you were doing Python with me, it's different when you do HTML. This, whatever you have here is gonna run. So I'm gonna show you what's gonna happen. So so we have save as, and then the file name, and then the server, and then we're gonna put this code. So if you were doing Python with me 2 weeks ago, you're gonna see totally different. So I just gonna put this, and didn't copy. Oh, there it is. So you're gonna just do, but you have to be in the right directory. Otherwise you're gonna get something else. So you're gonna do http-server, click enter. And there's gonna be a bunch of code coming out as soon as I click, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's good. So you click that and we get that code. And this is gonna get populated as soon as I open the port, it's gonna get populated. So what is happening here? As soon as I started the server, so this IDE is, I really like this IDE because it talks with the web, with the URL, with the website, with the internet. It talks. It's a live IDE, so it's open right here. It open a server, or if some of you that have a more education than me in computer science, have more experience, it will explain it better. But it's kind of open this window, is running a page on the internet. This is what it's doing. It's writing a page. I'm gonna run it right now of the home directory right here. So I don't, for you, all of you who are new at doing, because it's the most simple thing that we can do today. In the future, we're gonna run it in a directory, but right now I'm in the main directory, and you can see by my location, this is, I'm at the top. So all these are folders, but these ones, these two things are actually here. It's just, it's kind of weird the way this IDE is making it, because these are single folders. It just puts it like, if you put here, these folders are in the second floor. This is on the home floor, on the home directory, and these are at the bottom. Okay, so when I'm running this, it's gonna run everything at the home directory, because that's where I put my terminal. Okay, so right now it's starting a server in a location on the internet, and this is the location, and you're gonna see here a port. So it opened a port, that's called a port, and there is a video that I put on the list, on the class notes, that it talks about ports. So you might want to watch that, about how the internet communicate. So I'm gonna click, you can go here and click on that link. See, it says open. So I'm gonna open it. And when I open, I'm gonna see everything. So you see, you're gonna recognize that those things are showing are very similar to my directory. See that? They match, they all match. So because I run it at the top directory, is gonna pick up everything. In the future, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go inside one of these folders so we don't get all these extra files. So the only ones that are gonna show up are HTML, and I show up is like the only ones that this internet is gonna read. Nothing else is gonna be able to read it. It has to be HTML. So I'm gonna click here, my file, which is empty, and nothing is gonna happen. It's just empty, right? Because you remember the file, I didn't type anything. So let's change that and put some code. So now we're gonna put some code, and I'm gonna put some code on your, I'm gonna put some code on the Slack channel, and that's why I like Slack. And you can copy paste it directly to your IDE. So I'm gonna put here code. So the way it's done, right here, there is an icon that is called code. So I click on it, and then I'm gonna paste the code that I got. And this is already in code format, plain text. So I'm gonna send it to you. And when you get this, you can copy paste. Oh, it didn't do the whole thing. Sorry, I'm gonna have to do it again because it didn't do, it has to do the whole thing. No. There it is. Got it. I always have to play with that. So then you're gonna take all that like that, and then you're gonna copy that code, and then you're gonna put it here on your empty file. Okay, so if you missed that, I'm gonna do it again. So you're gonna take that code that I just put on Slack, and if you don't have Slack, I'm gonna put it here, but on the Zoom chat, but it's gonna be, hopefully it works because the format is sometimes changes. So I'm gonna copy, so go ahead, and this is why I like Slack, because you can exchange code like this, and then you paste it there. Okay, so once you paste it, you're gonna get this red dot, which is an alert to let you know that it had not been saved. So you go ahead and click save. And if you see your terminal, don't get alarmed. You're gonna see this is what happened, because it's sending data. The ID is sending data to the port, and they're talking to each other. So, so you just leave it alone. This is gonna get longer and longer and longer. So everybody was able to copy paste the code. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so now you're gonna go to the website. So you lost the website, you can just go back here and click on the website, or if you have it already open. Yeah, make sure you have to be in the directory. And this is what happened with terminals. It's like, it takes a while to get the hang of it. But once you find it, it'll be piece of cake. So I'm glad you're experimenting with the terminal. So just make sure you are in the same, and that's why I didn't create a folder. I just put it at the top so I don't have to navigate. If you need to go up, remember you can do CD ... to go up above the out of the folder. And if you are in the folder, you have to do ls, and then you do CD and the name of the folder. Name of the folder, in case anybody forget. So Yeah, you go in the folder. So if your file is in the folder, you have to go in the terminal. With the terminal, you have to go in the folder. So if your terminal, your folder name is folder 1, you do folder 1. And once you are there, you do HTTP server. So next week, we're gonna go inside a folder, but today we're not gonna do that. Okay, so, but if you already made a folder, just go inside the folder and do your HTTP, but the correct way is to go into the folder. So, okay, so one of the things we're gonna do, which is the cool thing, is go back to your browser. So you click here and you're gonna see the new website. So I'm gonna click here, open. And now click on your file. I'm gonna click on my, because remember I saved it as my file. So I need to click on that one and something else will show up. It's not gonna be empty. So see, it says hello world. It's not empty. So I really like this IDE because you can work in real time. You can work here, save it, and you don't have to run it. Like, remember we were doing Python, anytime you make a change, you have to run it. No, you don't have to run it. Once this is, HTTP is running, all this is running, you can go and change. Okay, so if your is empty, if your file is empty, I'm gonna put the code again and copy paste that code into your empty file. Okay, so take that code, Adiba, and copy paste it. So I'm gonna delete this and I'll show you. So now it's empty again. So you wanna go here to Slack, copy, so select, copy, Control C, and then go to your empty file, Control V, and then you have to save your file, save the file. And then, for example, I'm gonna change here, hello world. I'm gonna put here hello, and you're gonna see there is gonna be a change. So even when I type the second hello, I'm gonna save it. And then I can go here and hit refresh, and you're gonna see the second hello. So where you gonna, what is the top or the bottom? Because, okay, so I'm gonna start from the beginning. I'm gonna close this. You're gonna go here, file, new file. Then you're gonna put your code there. Then you're gonna do file, save as. So I'm gonna put here, I'm gonna say, name it the same way so it doesn't get my file.html, and then save. Oh, I'm gonna save it as something else. Yeah, I'm gonna overwrite it. Okay, can you take a picture or a screenshot or send me the message that you get from the terminal? Don't we all? I forget about how to run the IDE every 2 months. It's like every time I stop teaching this class, I forget. That's why I have my videos. I have these really nice videos here, this really nice gentleman, young man here. He goes step by step and I have to watch it all the time, every time I'm using to, yeah, yeah. So right here, there is a video, this young person, he goes to the IDE. I have here a how-to that I made myself. So you can follow these two. Okay, let me see. Okay, this is, so blue face, you're fine, aren't you? What's your question? Because it seems like you're good. But Mario, if you can take a picture like Blueface did, that would be helpful. And how do you get back to the prompt? To the prompt. I know this is like playing some kind of cryptic game because I'm trying to, oh, so Stuart, can you take a picture of your IDE? Oh, you've been, to get out of it, so to get out of it, you do Control-C, but it'll stop the connection. It'll break the connection between the IDE and the website. So you want to stop it, you do Control-C. That's the part that I didn't show you. So here is, after you run that, when you want to stop it, you run Control-C. So that'll stop the connection. And to regain the connection, you'll have to do HTTP server again. And okay, so let me see what Margaret has. So, oh, honey, yeah, Margaret, you went. Okay, that happens to me sometimes. I'll show you where you are. You are above, like up. So we need to do, let me see, I'm trying to log in, let's see, LS, oh, SSH. Yeah, I would suggest log out and log back in. No, that's fine. That's perfectly fine because you have, if you don't mess up, you don't learn. That's my philosophy. And I ask all my students to try and destroy the code and get themselves in trouble and see how they can fix it. Because this is your time to practice. Nothing is gonna go bad. I mean, there is nobody here judging you. There is no judging. This is a judging free. This is your time to experiment and nothing bad is going to happen. This IDE, the worst things can happen. It can get stuck. And if you get stuck, just close it, log out, and then start it again. Okay. So it's not like before, like I remember learning in the 80s and you were afraid the computer was going to just blow up because it'll go into an infinitive loop and it'll just heat up too much. But no, this is fine. This is done for students to make mistakes. So freshmen, thousands of freshmen every semester take this class and they haven't break anything. So so I'm gonna go to the execution, but we have a couple minutes left. So I'm gonna show you the video. Oh, okay, great. The video that I made. This goes step by step too, but I'm gonna go through, this is the wrong one. I'm gonna go and do it again since this is, I wanna make sure everybody gets it. So if you already got to the point where you have your website here, what you ought to try to do is type here and put more message and see if your code gets updated. So like I put another hello here, wait. So I'm gonna save it. And then if I update this, no, because I know what I did. So I made a mess because let me go again to open this brand new, because I rewrote the file. So that's what happened. There it is. So go back here and try to enter text. mine got messed up. So see if you get something else. So mine is not working now. I had to, because I changed something. So I had to, you had to do Control-C to stop it, and then I can put HTTP server, and it'll run again. And then I get a new URL, and then I can click here, and then also I can go back, and yeah, you can click, you can add more code here and try to see if something else come out. So like I put this hello. If I go back to my URL, and I'm going to show you how to do, I'm going to just show you what else you can do. So see, it gets a new word. So the title is a metadata. So just real quick, I'm going to show, if you want to stay 5 more minutes, I'll show you how to do the how to execute the file. But I'm going to show you, for those of you who were able to execute the file, I'm just going to show you what's going on with the code. So you have metadata. So metadata is data that tells you information about the data. So it tells you what kind of data it is. So we have here at the top, anything that is above body. See, this is called a tag. When you have those two triangles, horizontal triangles, those are tags. So anything above the body tag is a metadata. So which is right here. So from the head to the where it says dog type, that's the metadata. So that's information that is unique to the file. They're not gonna show up on the front end on the website. The only part is going to show up on the website, and that's what you see on your website, is between body. So this is the graphic part. It's the part that you're going to see on your website. It's the part that people are going to see on the website. Anything between head and this first tag, the HTML tag, is going to be metadata. This is information about your file. And so that's why changing here, like for example, you're going to see here, you see information here that anything that you change here on the title, and that's why you couldn't see that, because I was changing the title, so it's not going to show. So that's, but if I put it here and I save it, it's going to show right here. So did you see? So it shows up. So if you change the title here, is not gonna, you're not gonna be able to see it. That's part of the hidden part of the file. So this part is metadata. Between the body, those are the parts you're gonna see. So you have elements. We're gonna talk about elements, and that's what it makes pictures. You make tables, you make center or justified or left justified and all that stuff. So for now, look on here, the different parts of the files. You have this part will not show the required tags. You have required tags, and then the elements. So there's a couple elements here. I put the paragraph, the headings, and you can experiment with that. Then we have terminal help. If you feel like you need a refresher of terminals, here it tells you a little bit about that. For homework, I would suggest you just follow the tutorial, this tutorial here, and get comfortable with the terminal. And also I have here all the files, the sample files from the CS50 class. So you can take those files and load them up. So you can go here, file, and you can put here upload local files. Of course, you have to unzip the file before you load them up. And then you can have all those files, you can experiment with that. Okay, so right now I'm gonna work with anybody who still wants to run, when able to run their file. So if you are comfortable, you can leave. And those of you who need extra help, I'm gonna stay 5 more minutes or 10 minutes to help you with that. And so next class will be next Tuesday, and everything is gonna get recorded. And ask me any questions. I have a homework channel here. So anything you want to ask me there, or send me a direct message. This is only good if you practice. HTML is really nice. If you took Python with me last month, you're gonna feel like this is piece of cake. And if you have no done Python, HTML gives you a lot of creativity. We can change colors, we can put a lot of images, so it's a lot of fun. I really like HTML and all the stuff we're gonna do, because it's very relaxing. We're not gonna deal with syntax. We're not gonna have to deal with conditional statements or anything like that. So I'm gonna show you front again. So see you next Tuesday, and please let me know anytime, any questions. So I'm gonna close this, and I'm gonna start from the beginning. I'm gonna delete this file, so there is no file there. So if you wanna create your file, oh, and I have to stop my terminal, Control C, there it is. So now this is done. So I have to make sure I'm in the home directory for now. And then I'm gonna create new file. Then is that new file, I'm gonna save it at the top of the directory right here. I'm gonna call my file, that HTML, that's the right extension. I'm gonna make sure I don't save it in any of these folders for today. Next week is different. Save. Then we can put some code there. So let me get some code. We can do some code here. And I'm gonna put some code there. And then I'm gonna save. And then I'm gonna do http.server and then press enter. And then I'm gonna go and click the URL right here. And I'm gonna say open. And this is right now is a replica of our directory, because we are doing this test now on the top of the directory. So we're gonna find our file, which is my file HTML. And I'm gonna click on that, and I'm gonna say hello world. And hello world was written here between the body. So we're gonna see only the between the body. All that, and I'm gonna put this is the class. So these are the class notes, and in the class notes you'll find all the videos. You find this is where I put, it's not a Google Doc, it's a Notion document. So it has all the videos, all the everything embedded in the document. So try that. This is a lot for today, I know. So Slack me or email me with any questions. Okay. So I hope you learn a lot, and I hope I didn't scare you too much, and I'll see you all Tuesday. So I'm gonna stay on Slack for 5 more minutes for any questions, but I'm gonna turn off the Zoom. So everybody, nice meeting you all.
Bye.
Have a great night. Bye.